right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right already. All right. Ever since the news broke, my phone has hated me because it hasn't stopped vibrating with EROCK, what do you think about the Chip Kelly thing? EROCK, what are your thoughts on the new Eagles head coach? EROCK, what are your thoughts on the EROCK, when are we getting a Chip Kelly video? EROCK, when are we getting a Chip Kelly video? Well, you know, here it is. Here it is. The Chip Kelly video. And you know what? I don't got much to say. I mean, seriously, what exactly do you want me to say that, number one, hasn't already been said by the experts, and number two, and more importantly to me, that I haven't already said during the offseason or since week 2 of this season? Really, what more could I possibly add? You guys saw the video during the offseason. I hated the LaShawn McCoy trade. I thought that Chip Kelly was starting to strip this team down. Yeah, but go back and check in and look at it. These bros ain't loyal. I mean, is any of this ringing a bell? I've already said this. Week 2, when I walked out of the stadium after the Dallas Cowboys game, saying that Chip Kelly got rid of this guy and that guy and this guy, and I never been so embarrassed in my life, and that maybe Chip wasn't a Philadelphia guy, which is so ironic because I caught so much shit for that. And in fact, you know who had this thing pegged? You know who had this thing nailed since day one? Was Hank. Power Rangers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. I forget whatever he's going by nowadays. It was him. He was the only one out of all of us that had this nailed down 100%, point A to point B. And you know what? I went on his channel midway through the season, hat in hand, and I said to him, "Listen, dude, I doubted you, but you were right. You were right the entire time." And you know what he was? Not only on the prediction, but the end result as well. You want to know my thoughts on Chip Kelly? Just look at the off-season videos. And then look at the videos this year. And everything I said. From the team being up here and down here and being average. What did Jeffrey Lurie say in his press conference? A little bit more consistency. What else did he say? That it was important to listen to the players. Is none of this like friggin' ringing a bell? So really, my stance on Chip Kelly hasn't changed. It's all right there. The guy is nothing more than a lunch lady, Barney Rubble, Piggly Wiggly, fucking college coach who tried to come up to the pros and boss people around because he thought he was the smallest guy in the room, and now he's out of Philly because he isn't a Philadelphia guy. And to be honest, I don't even want to spend any more time on this ass clown because he dismantled this team. We are literally picking up the pieces of this team that he dismantled in the name of his own culture. And I have never seen somebody so poor, piss poor at friggin' managing people, managing egos, managing talent, managing players, managing personalities, managing his own staff, misusing players, using players incorrectly, bringing players in that don't fit the system that he fucking put in place to begin with. Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, he's got us all fooled like he's some sort of mad scientist, like he's a genius, like he's the smartest guy in the room, and I'll be the first one to friggin' admit I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. But you know what? There comes a point in time where your eyes got to tell your heart, and Eagles fans, I know you got heart, but they got to tell your heart that, look, this guy has absolutely no friggin' clue what in the hell he is doing. And it happened last year during that epic meltdown where I went, this don't look too good. And then he takes that team that basically quit and gave up the end of the season, and then all offseason starts trading away and cutting the best pieces. For what? What did we get back in return? Nothing. Now, moving on, people are asking me, if I have any sort of, preference as to the next head coach. I don't know who I want. I know what I want. I don't know who I want. What I want is a coach with a proven track record in the NFL who's spent, 15 to 20 years in the NFL, recognizes NFL talent, can relate to the players, has a track record of success, almost like a Bill Parcells type, not to name him specifically. But, I mean, Bill Parcells, knew how to relate to his players, also knew how to keep his players in check, all right? He knew how to yell at Phil Simms. He also knew that Lawrence Taylor is going to fall asleep in the meeting room, and you know what? That's okay. Because not all players are created equal, and they don't need to be yes men. If they're superstars, you treat them like superstars. He's also been able to take franchises that have been struggling and flip them in literally 1 to 2 years. He was winning Super Bowls with the Giants. He moved on to the Jets. He moved on to the Patriots. He moved on to the Cowboys and brought them all to the playoffs when all those franchises were struggling. I do not want any of this college bullshit anymore. It has left an incredibly bad taste in my mouth. And for every Jimmy Johnson, for every wonderful Hall of Fame worthy coach like Jimmy Johnson for the Dallas Cowboys, there's the Dennis Ericksons, the Steve Spurriers, and the fucking Chip Kellys of the world. So I don't know who I want. I have to let this all digest. Again, this is still very fresh in my mind. Last night was the Eagles Twitter Awards. It took up all of my time. The night before that, I was running on 2.5 hours sleep. So to all those people in the comment sections that were saying I was slipping because I didn't get you a Chip Kelly, video, I sincerely apologize. And really, if you go back and look at all the rest of the videos that I've been making all season, right? It's pretty self-explanatory how I feel about Chip Kelly. So until next time, let's go Birds. Let's go whoever friggin' the new coach is. Jeffrey Lurie, balls. My mother would like to thank you, by the way. She thinks that poem, that was the one that tipped it over the edge, that somehow you pulled that up in your office and you're like, oh, Susan said to fire Chip Kelly. So, hey, guys, hey, check this out. This is great. Susan said we should do it, so let's pull the trigger. You know what? I just told her, go ahead. Think what, yeah, it was you, Ma. It was you.